Joining us this morning to talk more about that moment and foreign policy surrounding the war in Ukraine, William Taylor, former U.S. ambassador to Ukraine. Thank you for being with us, as always, this morning. It was a powerful moment, her standing ovation, the second that she has received. She received one last year at the same time for the same reason. But worth noting, the address referencing Ukraine and Russia's invasion didn't come until an hour into the president's address last night. Does that mean that it is not at the top of the priority for the Biden administration?
I don't think so, Marni. I think it's still at the top of the administration's priority for their foreign policy, their national security policy. There's no doubt that this is the issue that the Biden administration focuses on, and indeed is going to succeed or fail on. So this is the issue for them. Last year was right after the invasion, and so it was hot on the heels of this large invasion that the Russians did against a much smaller Ukraine. Ukraine has since then pushed back, but last year was right on the heels of the invasion. This year, it's still at the top of the foreign policy agenda, and since then, the support has been maintained, has stayed there, has been solid.
Well, but my question is, do you feel that the threat is greater now, a year into Russia's invasion? The UN Secretary General warned that the risk of the war in Ukraine moving outside of Ukraine's borders is growing. His words were the prospects for peace are diminishing. So the U.S. is sending billions of dollars in weaponry and support, but is the United States and our allies doing enough to meet this moment, given the fact that the threat is very likely much greater?
There's a big threat, and if the Russians were to make another blunder to expand this war into Europe, into NATO member states, that would indeed expand the war. But that's the only way it would move into Europe. No, the United States has provided a lot of weapons and a lot of equipment, and a lot of support. It needs to do more. We need to do more. The alliance needs to do more. There's more to be done. You just reported on President Zelensky's fervent request and frequent request for aircraft. And you just mentioned options for peace. There are options for peace once the Russians are pushed out of Ukraine. Ukrainians only want their nation back, their land back, their territory back. They only want their sovereignty back. And if they get the weapons, including the jets, the combat aircraft that President Zelensky is asking for, if they get those together with the tanks that they've requested and now are receiving, the Ukrainians can push the Russians out of the country. That is the way to peace.
And do you feel as though the U.S.'s hesitancy to send F-16s will change, that we are getting closer to a point where you'll see the U.S. and others sending in the fighter jets, the long-range missiles?
I do. I think that what we've seen, the pattern, has been starting off with smaller weapons. The Stinger anti-aircraft weapons, we know, single shot. And now we're all the way up to the Patriots, the most sophisticated anti-aircraft air defense that we have. We started off with javelins, the single shot by the individual soldier against tanks. And now we're all the way up to HIMARS. And as you just said, the longer range missiles. And the administration has just described and just offered even longer range. So that's coming. I think the aircraft coming and the long range weapons to go deep into Russian occupied territory, not into Russia proper, but into Russia occupied territory of Ukraine, including Crimea. That's coming.
Thank you for watching. Go to newsnationnow.com to find NewsNation on your television provider. And don't forget to click the red subscribe button below to get more of NewsNation's fact-driven, unbiased coverage.